Despite the Bears' loss on Sunday Night Football to the 49ers, we just got fantastic news. Some not great news, but I think in general, really good news on the first topic we're going to talk about. Let's get into it here on Chicago Bears Now. I'm Harrison Graham, and Luther Burden III appears to be okay. Welcome into the program. Happy Monday morning following an epic game on Sunday night in which the Bears fall just short, but Luther Burden III did not suffer a major injury, according to Adam Schefter, according to a source of mine as well. Schefter says that Luther Burden, who was carted off after the game, which I think was more of a precaution, suffered a quad injury that is not thought to be serious. He will undergo additional testing today. I also was told late last night, early this morning, that it's maybe like a thigh contusion, which is a similar area to the quad, obviously. So maybe it's a situation where you rest him week 18, but shouldn't be something that's going to end his season, which is obviously a big deal because he is really starting to take off here. And this is why you subscribe. When we get hit with news, we have you guys covered here on Chicago Bears Now. So hit that subscribe button. Tough loss last night, but returning the page. Bears are still division champs, still plenty to play for in 2025. We will continue to pump out free and daily Bears content. Turn on those notifications as well after you subscribe. Luther Burden is really starting to emerge. I thought last night he was one of, if not the best player on the field for portions of that game. 8 catches for $138 and a touchdown on 9 targets, and the only incompletion was a ball he dropped on that final drive. They were able to make up for it. They converted the 4th down. I mean, this guy's a player, man. He is a demon. That's the word when I describe Luther Burden. He is a demon. You get this guy in space one-on-one with the defender, you got no shot at tackling him. They went to him on a 3rd and 10 on like a 6-yard out route. And as soon as he caught it, I'm like, well, that's first down because he's going to make a guy miss and get a first down. And that's exactly what happened. So really good that it doesn't seem like he has a big injury here. Now, again, might be sore, banged up this week. Could be a big bone bruise type of deal, which maybe they'll sit him week 18. We'll know more as the week goes on. But all of a sudden, if you could get Odunze back, DJ Moore gets past this flu, this core 4 here right now of DJ Moore, Odunze, Colston Loveland, who was terrific last night as well, and obviously Luther Burden, pretty damn good, and it's kind of crazy how close all their stats are. Obviously, Rome's missed a month, and he was playing through a foot injury even when he was playing, so he'd probably be more in that 1,000-yard range if he didn't suffer that injury or at least approaching it. But you got 4 weapons, and that didn't even include a guy like Cole Kmet, your backs out of the backfield who obviously can make plays both in the run and pass game. But these 2 rookies, man, Luther Burden III and Colston Loveland, I've said it all year. Moving forward, your trio is those 2 guys and Odunze, but these 2 guys, not only are they the future, they're the present. They're here right now, able to make play after play after play. I mean, last night it was your second-year quarterback and your 2 rookie weapons. That was your team. And a lot of the way. Obviously, the offensive line is good. You still ran the ball pretty well, but those 3 guys just made major plays on a massive stage in Santa Clara on Sunday Night Football. So I couldn't be more impressed with the development of those guys and just the mental fortitude. Both had drops in the final drive, but they both bounced back. Loveland caught the ball on 4th down to convert that drive. Burden was making plays all night. So I'm just glad Luther Burden's okay because as soon as the game ends, you're like, yeah, that sucked, but hey, is number 10 okay? Because that guy was unguardable tonight, and he's down on the field. And it appears that he is going to be okay. I want to ask you guys right now, who is the Bears' best receiving weapon right now? I mean, I think it's one of the 2 rookies. Now, Rome's not 100%, so it's hard to kind of, discard him, obviously. I think moving forward, you could certainly debate. DJ Moore the last 2 weeks has been terrific before playing through the flu last night. The good news is you got a lot of options. You have a lot of options, and look, if the defense is going to struggle, you're going to need to score points, and you got the horses to do it, which is a very, very good thing. Some more good news. Speaking of that, you've got a quarterback that can go toe-to-toe in a shootout with a major contender. We all saw it last night. Caleb Williams in a game where you had to keep scoring, kept scoring. 330 passing, big play after big play, tons of explosives to those 2 rookies we were talking about. Just unfazed by the moment. even on that final drive coming up short, they panned to him before the 2-minute drill start. He's got kind of that soft smile. It's like he's very confident, and he showed again that he's going to give you a chance to win in pretty much every game. Caleb Williams proved his truthers right even more last night. He's kind of done it all year, especially in the clutch moments, but I think from start to finish, that was probably his best game this season. And I get the 49ers don't have a great defense, but you know what? When you have to score that consistently, I don't care who you're playing, that's a tall task. It felt like if they got stopped a single time in the second half, they were going to lose by double digits, and they didn't. The only time they got stopped, they still kicked a field goal and scored on that drive. So he's just really growing up every single week. He looks comfortable. He's running the offense. He's obviously extending plays when he needs to. He gets the hard count to draw the guy off sides and throws the touchdown. He's really improved just with the stuff at the line of scrimmage. And even on that last play where it felt helter-skelter, Ben Johnson said after the game, that was on me. I got the play in late, and we weren't able to line up properly. So the head coach wore that one. I just couldn't be more impressed with what the quarterback is doing. And now he's got a chance to be the first Bears quarterback to throw for 4,000 yards. Will the Bears chase that? Will Caleb Williams play next week? Because that's still up for debate among Bears fans. We will talk about that coming up here in just a moment. But we got to tell you guys about our awesome sponsor. That is PrizePicks, daily fantasy made easy. Whether you're starting a new routine or making player picks for the first time, trying something new can be hard. But in life and on PrizePicks, it always feels good to be right. With high-pressure playoff matchups every weekend, elite hoops action almost every night as well, the action never stops, and PrizePicks lets you take control. Pick more or less on 2 to 6 player lineups, and if you hit, you win money. It's that simple. All sports are available. Find your community on PrizePicks. With the new social feeds feature, you can share PrizePicks with your friends and copy lineups from winners with a single click. Copy lineups you like or use them as inspiration for your own picks. You can even follow PrizePicks partners like us and tail or fade our picks with just one click. Little Monday action for you guys. Blake Corum's been really good recently. I like him to score a touchdown. I took more on half a touchdown there. Demon play. Kyle Pitts has been red hot as well. I think Kirk Cousins will feed him tonight. Took more on his receiving yards. And then negative half a rushing yard for Matt Stafford. I'll take the more. If he takes a knee late and has 0 before then, that sucks. That won't hit. But if I just get 1, 3, or 4 yard scramble, I should be in the clear there. So like that, $20 to win 85. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use our code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That is code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. All right, so do you go for 4,000? Obviously, this is a big storyline among Bears fans, among the history of this franchise. They've never had a 4,000-yard passer. They've never had a quarterback throw for 30 touchdowns. Both technically are still alive. Now, Caleb's at 25 touchdown passes. He probably won't throw 5 this week, but you never know. Weirder things have happened. But the 4,000 is very much in play. 270 away. You're playing a Lions defense that's been reeling. They played better on Christmas, but that was Max Brosmer. It's certainly a possibility. It is absolutely on the table if the Bears play their starters, if Caleb plays, that he could reach 4,000, which would be awesome. Now, he's only 109 away from setting a single-season franchise record, which is 38-38. So if he plays, he'll certainly get that, barring something unforeseen. But 4,000's on the table, and a few weeks ago it didn't seem like that was going to happen, but he's really ramped up the volume in passing yards the last month or so. So it's absolutely a possibility. Now, let's be clear. You don't play him to chase that, right? The Bears have to decide, Ben Johnson, this staff, whoever, do we play guys? Do we sit guys? What do we value? How much do we want the 2 seed? That's what you got to value, right? And if you play your guys, then yeah, it's a secondary goal. And if it's in play, if you're close in the fourth quarter and you want to manufacture a few completions to get him over the hump, that would be an awesome accomplishment, not only for him, but for this team this year. The first year with the new coach, you finally break the 4,000 yards passing barrier. But that's a secondary goal for him, for the team. Of course, I'm sure he wants it, but I think Caleb understands the bigger picture. If they think it's smart to sit him or to play him a half or whatever, then they should do that. They need to have conviction in their decision on not only him, but all key starters, right? Because this is a team that's been beat up this year. They just played a long, hectic game. You could understand if they wanted to approach this week as, you know what, we're going to treat this like a preseason game. We're going to start Tyson Bagent, and we're going to get ready for the playoffs. But they got to decide, do they want the 2 seed, or would they be okay falling to the 3 seed? So let's kind of dive into that a little bit here before we wrap up today's show, because they will be the 2 or the 3 seed, and we'll kind of do a full scenarios video at some point this week, but it's pretty simple. If they win or the Eagles lose, they're guaranteed the 2 seed. They will host Green Bay at Soldier Field. Okay. If they lose and the Eagles win, they'll play one of the NFC West teams. The Seahawks, the 49ers, or the Rams. There's different scenarios for all of them. Obviously, the winner of Seattle, San Francisco would not be who they played. That's going to be the 1 seed. But the loser of that or the Rams, depending on what happens in the Rams' final 2 games, starting with their Monday night game tonight, are all on the table. These are your opponents round 1. No other scenario is out there. They will either be the 2 seed and play the Packers, or they will be the 3 seed and play the 49ers, Seahawks, or Rams. I'm leaning, and I slept on it, I'm still not 100%, but I'm leaning toward playing and chasing the number 2 seed, because I think out of those 4 teams, the Packers are struggling the most right now. They've lost 3 in a row. They've been dealing with injuries. Mike is out for the year, and Halfley is still trying to figure that out. It seems like at life without Micah Parsons, they could not stop Derrick Henry the other night. I know the Packers have had the Bears' numbers over the years, but in a game you didn't even play that well. You beat them at home. You know that team very well. You just saw the 49ers in that potent offense. That seems like a challenge. Rams, I don't know about that one. Seahawks, okay, I mean, if you talk yourself into the idea of, well, Sam Darnold, big stage, but that's still a loaded team with a really good defense. I think out of those 4 teams, I'd rather play the Packers. And again, if you're the 2 seed, if you win your first playoff game, you're guaranteed another home playoff game in the divisional round. Whereas you're the 3 seed, you're not guaranteed that. You could go on the road in the divisional round. So I'm leaning toward going in that direction. I'm sure those are discussions happening inside Hallis Hall right now. And yeah, if guys are like 85%, sit them. I totally understand that. But if guys are healthy, I think I'd lean toward playing. We'll see as the week goes if my opinion changes on that. But that's where I'm sitting right now. What should the Bears do? Should they play or rest starters? Type P for play, R for rest. Give me your thoughts down in the comments section below. Now, the one unfortunate news coming out of this game, other than losing the game, is Noah Sewell. It looked bad in real time, and it appears to be bad. Rappaport says that the belief is a torn Achilles. He is having an MRI this morning to confirm, and that would obviously end his season. Didn't look good, and you hate to see it. I thought earlier this year, the first month and a half, he played a pretty big role on defense. I mean, they were thin at linebacker. He was good in run support. Now, obviously, as the year's gone on, DeMarco Jackson has taken on a bigger role. Obviously, TJ and Tremaine are back now. You need them to play better, but still a special teamer. So that's a somewhat notable loss with Noah Sewell. Obviously, his future comes a bit in question. He's entering the final year of his rookie deal next year. When will he be ready for next season? Who knows? Does he probably just start on the PUP list next year? Certainly a possibility. I will say this. I thought it was puzzling that DeMarco Jackson had 0 defensive snaps this week. Now, I know earlier in the week he was sick. He got that bug, but he played on special teams last night. Why was Noah Sewell, and this is no offense to Noah Sewell, but DeMarco Jackson, the second half of the year, has just played a bigger role. He won Defensive Player of the Week, for crying out loud, and he gets no snaps, and Noah Sewell's getting out there playing snaps. And by the way, and I know they're your 2 paid guys, and they're supposed to be your duo, I didn't think either linebacker played well last night, TJ Edwards or Tremaine Edmonds. I know TJ had the pick 6, but he didn't play that good. Tremaine in the 2 games since he's been back hasn't been that good. I'm getting DeMarco Jackson back on the field some. I'm not saying it's a full-time role, but if your linebackers are struggling, that guy was playing pretty well. So I think I would find a way to get him on the field, certainly in Week 18 against the Lions in a relatively low-leverage game before the playoff starts, and you try to figure that rotation out, because you need TJ and Tremaine to play better, and if they don't, DeMarco Jackson's a guy I would get on the field. All right, that's going to do it for our Monday morning video. Subscribe and join us. We'll be live this afternoon for Bears Now Live, 4 o'clock Central Time. More to discuss falling out of this game, and we'll look ahead to some other things as well. I think I'm going to talk a little Max Crosby, too, because there's a lot of drama in Las Vegas, and obviously the Bears could use a pass rusher. Not going to get him this year, obviously, but who knows, maybe this offseason. So hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys in a few hours. Bear down.